This 23-year-old makes over $3 million a year blowing snow. Stefano owns a fleet of over 40 tractors for his snow removal business in Canada. And in this episode, we're gonna break down his whole business model and talk about the nuance behind being an entrepreneur and actually making money, because there's a difference.
We're just rolling in here. I'll bring you guys along for the tour inside. I was like, you know what, if I come earlier, maybe we might be able to get some more time together. So that's what I'm here for. Let's see where we're going.
First time I met him was at the Dream Rally. Yeah, he came up to me actually when we were at the Dream Rally, and he was just super enthusiastic. I had no idea who this kid was. I think my first impression was it was just very professional, and he had a really good flow about him.
All right, everybody. You guys don't realize this, but we do have a bit of celebrity here. You guys want to watch this? Look at this.
2019 of June I started. I went into that winter, of course, which would have been the 2019-2020 winter season. And I did everything with walk behind snowblowers. I had 30 contracts. Next year I went to 3 tractors. I had 175 contracts. The year after that I went to 7 tractors. I had 500 contracts. The year after that I went to 22 tractors. I had 2,000 contracts. And now I'm at 3,000 contracts with 36 machines sitting in the yard.
Holy crap. So nobody shovels their own driveway in Ontario is what you're telling me.
How old are you?
23.
23 years old. Yeah, follow
Thank
his
you.
stuff. Yeah,
Thank
clap
you.
it up,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
Young people inspiring folks.
So my first reaction when I found out Stefano was 23 years old is, holy shit, this guy's achieved a lot for that age. Because I'm 23 myself, obviously semi-successful, but I haven't built a $3 million business, especially in snow removal. So I was like, how the heck did this guy do this?
At the end of the day, I'm selling one thing. It's hope. Trying to sell you on you doing the thing that you've been dreaming about doing, you haven't started yet, or even going bigger. So having a young person, 23 years old, that's building a multi-million-dollar business, I'm hoping you guys see the opportunity to step up.
And that's why we sat down and Stefano completely unpacked his business in front of us.
Okay, so first off, how the hell do you finance 40 tractors?
Kubota financing, like
So you don't come from a wealthy family?
No.
Dude, I swore I was like,
No wealthy.
40 tractors.
It's a lot of debt. It's back against the wall big time. But we proved ourselves year after year after year. Like, we weren't just able to get 40 tractors in 1 year. It was like, we started with 3. You know, they seen how we did, and then we went to 7. They're like, oh wow, this company's serious. Then from 7 we went to 22. And then after that year of 22, it's like they'll give us as many as we ask for now. I built a strong relationship with Kubota as well. I put out some great content too for their most popular machine, their L6060 hydrostatic. You've ever used a Kubota machine?
No, I would love to.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Really good equipment.
Okay, so you got those machines that way. Why did you start creating content?
What got me into content was pretty much seeing that there was an opportunity. I'm like, okay, I have like a gold mine of a business model in front of me. Nobody knows about it, and nobody's taking content about it. Nobody. So I'm like, this is my opportunity. Everybody else is making content, so I started with doing a couple overview videos of, like, you know, the tractor rundown, how we use it, and how we modified it to do snow.
Who inspired you?
Who inspired me? Probably just soaking up Gary Vaynerchuk, okay? He was a big one. He inspired me. He inspired me to start my own business. If it wasn't for Gary, I wouldn't even have started a business.
Really?
Yeah. It was the yellow book called Crushing It.
Gary, you probably get this all the time, but I just want you to know I'm sitting here with a 23-year-old hustler, okay? Stefano, okay? Narducci.
Yeah, Stefano Narducci.
He has 40 tractors doing snow removal. He started it 3 years ago. He's 23 years of age, and he puts out content. I saw it on TikTok, and I've always watched you invite people to your office that you see out and about. He came to Kelowna, 2,000 miles away, just to come hang out, and he said that you were one of his big inspirations. I just wanted you to know, you know this, but it's been a while. Hope you're awesome. And that's Stefano, man.
That's awesome, dude. Right on the spot, just captured that. That was sweet. When I read that, that's what made me start my business. And then that was always in the back of my head, you know? It's kind of scary to get in front of a camera. Like, some people are natural to it, and then sometimes it takes, you know, some working up towards. And I finally said, enough's enough. I want to be known for what I'm doing. And I just started making content. I would say Gary Vaynerchuk was the main culprit, and then Alex too.
Hermosi?
Yeah, when I
do another video.
putting the word out for me right now.
So you started roofing? Did I see that?
Roofing we actually closed. Summer was always very difficult because I didn't really know what to do in the summer ever. I was like, I need something that really complements the winter business because we're so invested, so debt heavy. So I need something that was reoccurring that my customers from the winter could use too. So I said, we got to pivot to grass. So,
Yeah, lawn is usually what everybody does.
yeah, we cut grass in the summer. Not a highly profitable business, but our season's short. We keep those customers all year round, which is what we want. And then our bigger business is the winter. That's where we go gung-ho.
How did you figure out the software side of it? Because that's a pretty advanced move.
The software side of it was already there for the business model, the winter business model, called VoloSoft. If it wasn't for the software, we wouldn't be able to even be at the size we are. Like, how it originated was checklists, pen and paper, and away you would go. But that wouldn't work at our capacity. Mind you, people did do it with 7,000 customers back in the day in Montreal, because that's where this business model originated. But yeah, I came across the software as soon as I got into the business. It was just there, it was already there, like just from networking with people to get started in the model I wanted to. People mentioned that the software was there and you should take advantage of it. So I hopped on it early. I hopped on it before we could actually really even afford it as a company because I just knew it would make us that much better.
I was actually pleasantly surprised to meet our fiance because having the right woman in your life is probably the most important ever.
Yeah. Well, one of the biggest investments of your entire life.
Like if you were single, I would actually be really worried for you.
Well, yeah, because you're gonna have a lot of your attention go out the door if you are single, especially at my age making money. Like I'm not making crazy amounts of money, but it's obviously it is gonna progress for the foregoing years. And then as soon as you kind of get into this, vortex of living the young 20s lifestyle, and I think that having a wife at this age will keep me very grounded and eyes on the prize, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I want. And
no
I think I did buy back a lot of my time investing into that young so that I could keep growing my business. I've never been on the chase though. I've never done that because I was like extremely fat. So I was just like kind of didn't even bother trying to, go after girls at all. I was just like, never had the confidence, right?
Yeah.
So I just worked from 19 to where I am now. And then before that was 13 years old to 19 before I started the business working as well. And I never went out there and tried to get girls really ever until I got in a good shape. And that's when I came across Tiara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good move, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a great journey so far, to be honest. It's been amazing. Very grateful. Yeah, very, very grateful.
Yeah,
keep the macros dialed in, just like you guys do around here. That was like inspiration that you have your whole team doing that. Man, I don't know how.
You have a whole macro fridge.
I seen it. I got it all on video.
All right.
I got it all on video. Yeah. I was filming before you guys got here. And I was like, man, how do I get my team to do that? Am I gonna have to buy them meals?
It's tough. I mean, I think if we didn't have a fitness program, it'd be tough to be able, everybody has to do the cleanse. We do a 16-day cleanse with all my new clients and everybody on the team.
I admire it a lot, a lot. That's things I try to build with my guys too, right?
What's the vision? Is it to build kind of a national?
Yeah, I want to chain it. I want to chain it really bad. I grew it really quickly. I think that there is certainly big opportunity to bring it outside of not just Ontario, all over North America. So
is there anybody in the US that's done kind of a franchise model?
No, nobody's franchised this business model. I want to be the first one. Not franchise, I want to private chain it with the right investors. I don't know how I feel about the franchise model. Maybe I got to build more playbooks. Then we'll go from there.
The reason I asked is because if there's somebody that hasn't, there might be a reason why. Franchises have, every business model has a business model for a reason.
Yeah.
So if you don't see it, it's not that you can't, it's just there might be a reason why.
Well, there's people that have done other locations privately, but nobody's done a full-blown.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. If there hasn't in the US, there's no US franchise for snow removal.
Not for this niche.
Yeah.
For snow removal, yeah, but not for residential tractor with inverted snowblower niche.
Yeah.
Because it's very niche down what we do.
Yeah.
But it's the future. If you've seen the machines, the way they do the driveway, it's super quick. One machine pounds out 125 homes in 3.5 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, because they can drive on the street and stuff.
Yeah, you drive them house to house. You got the route with the big GPS, everything's automated, software, and
you don't want to sell territories. You actually want to finance the growth in other cities.
It'd be nice, yeah. Or I think through social media too, it'd be nice to acquire other businesses that are doing residential snow, but they don't have our model.
Yeah.
Our model is very different.
So you do all lead gen and then sales.
Yeah, kind of have a hub for
Forms are being
support and
filled out
service
all day long.
Yeah. It's very doable. And then like each location would just be ops.
Yeah.
Just ops. And it was funny, like when I read your book, because I read it just before coming here, just to have it fresh on my mind. The playbooks, like you were just preaching about that, and I'm like, damn, I got a lot of work to do. I was like, after reading it, I feel like very like not overwhelmed, but I'm like, there's so much great material in your book that it was like, there's a lot of things I gotta work on. Honestly, what I'll tell you a funny story too. I read it audio version, and then I'm like, yeah, I need the physical form. So I went to the bookstore on Sunday. You just left there with your wife. You were,
Mosaic?
Yeah, you were there 30 minutes before. There was no copies left.
No, there wasn't.
No, there wasn't. And
I always go in and sign them.
Yeah, oh my gosh, so I went in, they're like, dude, Dan was just here 30 minutes ago, you just missed him. And I was like, oh, I got a podcast with him on Tuesday, we're shooting some content, meeting up, etc.
They didn't have you one? Because she also looked in the computer, she said there was one. But
yeah, she's like, we have one left, and she searched, I waited like 20 minutes, she looked everywhere, and she's like, it must have just sold.
Did they give you one?
Yeah, they just gave me one now.
Okay, let me sign it for you.
Yeah, sign it, please, for sure. It's just outside on the bench there.
Yeah.
I should have just went and looked at other bookstores, but I went and just bought a Kindle because I loved how much you read. Oh, it's already signed.
I'll give you a real good one.
It's good to go. So now I got 3 copies: audio, Kindle, and the physical, signed by yours truly. Boom.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get more copies.
Thank you. I just took a story of you signing that up.
My favorite thing that he talks about is the fact that like once he understood a format, he doubled down. He figured out how to make it more efficient. He was willing to take on debt to buy all those tractors, and he wasn't scared to do things that might feel uncomfortable because he's never done it before. Instead, he just did it. He didn't overthink it. Some people, man, they ruminate and they convince themselves that things are so hard, when honestly just taking the next step, the next action is actually the answer.
So what's the most impactful takeaway that you've learned in this vlog? Let us know in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
If you like this video, check out my interview with Damon Fryer of DDE, and I'll see you on the other side.